Let's take a look in this video at creating a CAD file from scratch in MeshMixer. So if we open up the program and then go to Import Sphere, we'll start with this basic blank sphere here, and then we can open up the sculpting brushes either by pressing 2 on the keyboard or clicking on the Sculpt button here. And the first brush that we'll use is Drag. And you can see that we have sliders to set the size of the brush and also the strength of the brush. And I'm going to go ahead and just make it as big as possible. And this drag brush works relative to your point of view. So as I pull to the left and the right, it's going to expand the form out in those directions. And then, just based on what you're trying to do, you just need to orbit around the form. And I'm not trying to achieve anything particular here. I'm just kind of playing around just to give a sense of what you can do with the brush. And again, we can set the size of it down. So if you're trying to sort of make longer pieces that come out, you could do that. Another brush worth looking at, one of the other kind of most common brushes to use in here is Draw. And this one does not work relative to your point of view. Instead, it just kind of adds up material on the surface. Or I'm just clicking and dragging. Or if I hold Control, it will actually remove material on the form. And we can also hold Shift if we want to smooth out. Shift and click. So we can just make a few small changes to this, and then let's move on to the step of turning this into a patterned form. And so what we'll do is let's get rid of the brushes by just pressing Escape, and we'll press Control A to select all the faces on the form, and then we'll go to Edit, Reduce, and let's change the Reduce Target to Triangle Budget. And then we can set this down to something like a try count of about 500. Let's see, how does that look? Okay, and the reason that we're doing this is that the pattern tool that we're about to use is going to work from vertex to vertex in order to generate these kinds of tubes on the form. So I think I have to press Escape now to not have any faces selected. And now again, let's go to Edit and Make Pattern. And under Pattern Type, let's go to Dual Edges. And so you can see a preview, kind of a very rough preview of what this is going to look like. We could adjust some of these sliders to get different dimensions. You can see how that's making it thinner or thicker. Knowing that we would probably be printing this out fairly small, and we would want to have a minimum wall thickness of, say, maybe about 1 millimeter, I wouldn't go too thin with these. Let's just go ahead and update this how it is and take a look at it. Okay, and we'll accept it. And now what we can do is check the dimensions of this form and see if it's practical for printing out. Or actually, let's check the thickness first. That's really going to be the key issue. Are any of these areas going to be too thin to print out in a sturdy way with the printer? So let's go to Analysis and Thickness. And let's set the minimum thickness to 1 millimeter. And there are very few problems. What we could do is bake colors on exit, done. And then we could go through with our sculpting brush. Let me make this a little bit smaller. And let's change the brush now to inflate. And we could go through and we could just make all of these problem areas just a little bit bigger. And I'm not going to go through the steps of fixing every one of these problems, but you can see anyway just how we might modulate this to thicken the parts up. We could then go back to edit and, I'm sorry, to analysis, thickness, and you can see how we no longer have that red error showing there. So now we could check and see also that the units and dimensions are as we want them to be. I guess with it being 37 millimeters across, that would be roughly 1.5 inches. So you would want to kind of consider the thickness of these parts and the overall dimensions in tandem. So when you're happy with the final result, you would just go to export and save your file out as an OBJ or an STL file.